the Odell Beckham Jr. free agency sweepstakes. Stopped off with the Giants, met the Bills, met with the Cowboys. And we've got the head coach of the Bills, Sean McDermott, coming up. And we've got CeeDee Lamb of the Dallas Cowboys coming up. So we're going to hear straight from people who've been part of the wooing process.
Woo!
Now, the aspect about this that's such a wild card is the fact that a guy who blew out his knee in the Super Bowl, all blown out knees are different. Just look at Chase Young, right? Chase Young is still not back on the field. Michael Gallup is. He just caught 2 touchdown passes, right, for the Cowboys. Chris Godwin caught a game-winning touchdown pass that got called back after blowing out his knee at the same time last year. We're not too far off from Odell Beckham. But it takes a while for these guys to get up and running.
Yeah.
And one thing that he's not doing, apparently, for all teams is getting up and running. He is not working out for teams. He's not getting out there on the field and showing how he can cut, how he can move. He's not doing that. And I guess all teams are waiting maybe for Odell's dad to put the video out on Twitter, because that's the last way he got his free agency papers, right? And so you've got to sign him sight unseen. And apparently Odell is asking for more than just this year, meaning he's not taking my advice.
Yeah.
I would just do this year, show up, show out. And as you know, my advice to Odell was he should do this every year.
That's good advice.
Skip mini camp, skip training camp, skip the first half of the season. And then once the trade deadline's over and everybody is in need of you, you know who's in need of you, and you know who you can win a Super Bowl with. And just do this every year. And
I don't think that's really...
But him coming in and saying, I'm not working out for you and I want more than just this 1 year, which is apparently what he's asking for. This may not be true. This is all reports. It's caused some to say, how good is his knee? And apparently it appears, certainly when you got to put liability language in and injury language and how much this and that, you know, apparently somebody who is a little bit hesitant based on all the circumstances is none other than Jerry Jones of the Dallas Cowboys, who, as you know, has called him additive. He's been all over Odell. Yeah. But now that I guess when it's rubber meets road and it's time to make an offer and it's time to negotiate, this sounds like it is certainly not a done deal to Dallas. As we've all mentioned, this does appear to be his best option if you're looking at winning a Super Bowl this year and also marketing and sizzle and steak and all of that. This was Jerry on local radio on his 105.3 The Fan weekly appearance in the Metroplex.
Why are you confident, or why would you be confident in signing somebody that you haven't seen work out coming off an ACL 9-10 months ago?
Well, I'm not confident at all. And so that's the issue. Now, we all realize that that issue of health, that issue of availability is here every time. Just this one is very obvious and very pointed toward his injury that had occurred last year in the Super Bowl. So we've got a good beat on that. We've got a great read on his career. It's not like a draft pick coming at you. You've got a lot of history here, and you take a good look at everything, not only the obvious, and that's his performance, but also any issues regarding health. So all of this, we've got to come in with our eyes wide open, and it has to be addressed, and that's when you see if you can make a deal or not.
Wow. All right. By the way, Buffalo's not a bad spot to go to if you want to win a Super Bowl this year. And, you know, Vaughn is going to be coming back. I'm sure Vaughn is on the phone burning it up.
Yeah, right.
Although there's no NBA team to go sit courtside in the owner's seats as he did last night to a Mavericks game. And by the way,
wow.
I'm looking on the screen there, and I don't see CeeDee Lamb sitting with him. Jerry only has 3 seats. Is that it? But it sure looks like Odell's having a good time. And you know who can close? Micah Parsons can close.
I mean, Micah Parsons got you to get out of your host chair and
He
sit in
can
the guest
close.
Yeah.
chair. You know?
This is fascinating.
Fascinating.
but he's not working out, and he wants more than maybe just this 1 year. And a businessman like Jerry Jones, not like, the Pagulas are turnip truck. They fell off a turnip truck making a deal, and the same thing with the Maras and the Tishes. I mean, and he's like, I'm not working out. I say you pull the trigger anyway.
Do you think that's more Jerry speak, though, Rich?
It could be just like he's got to make a business deal.
You do a good job of reading between the lines.
And Michael Irvin told a story about once upon a time about how, he's like, at one point, this whole earth will be all off this earth. We'll all be done and whatever. And the only thing that's going to be left standing is me and you, right? Right? And he said he was making me laugh when he was basically telling me no about my money. Didn't DeMarcus Ware say that he lights a votive candle in his office and stares you in the face and there's no agents in the room and he makes a deal without
He's like, come on,
that could be this version of Jerry Jones we're seeing right now.
Sign this deal. You know you are.
But his answer could be, all right, I'll go to Buffalo and I'll see you in the Super Bowl on the other side. So this is amazing and fascinating, and we're going to get an answer soon. Apparently Wednesday or Thursday is when Odell's going to say something, if not tonight. Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.